Let's say Rick says you take bribes in the form of the demanding business class tickets and Lux Hotel sponsor vacations like Vinfest. So I made a video about that as well. So this is a good point, Rick. There's other ways how us YouTubers take money from brands and automakers, and it is when they bring us out to their media event. Sometimes it's part of the car show, sometimes it's their own media event. And what happens is they pay for your flight, business class, great hotel, transportation. Some of these are very lavish trips, and I have documented all of this in a couple of my videos that like I told you guys everything that no one will ever tell you. And yet those videos have done not that many views, even though this is something that no one has admitted in this industry. Those videos should be millions and millions of views because no one else is talking and exposing this. So I am the only one who actually has done it, as far as I know. Now, those trips are also in the same manner. Now, I've never gone on a trip where they said, "Hey, not only you have to make a video, it has to be positive video." Every time I asked, and I know quite a few YouTubers and just even writers in the industry, I've never heard of a brand saying, "Hey, this is what we require you to say in order to bring you on this trip." So you're absolutely not even required. I've gone on the trips where I took the trip and I did make a video. You know, so that's that. Now, I have taken a trip and have talked shit about the brand, and that's how I got kicked out or put on a blacklist. I've never taken a trip ever again with that manufacturer, like Rivian and Volkswagen and GM and stuff like that. So if anybody, I've paid the price for not complying with whatever unspoken rule is, which is don't talk shit about the brand, and that brings you out. If anything, if I was a PR of that brand, I would work with me and people like me, critics, a little bit closer. Because if you're gonna just not at all participate in my shaping my opinion about the brand, well, my opinion would only get worse, right? And I don't just mean my opinion; I mean anybody's opinion who is not really getting the second side anymore. So, by the way, no one's demanding business class. The business class is quite a standard in this industry. That in this is a lot of times because they bring us to the other sides of the world, and they want us to start attending like media events, press conferences, like same day sometimes. And if you can't sleep on the plane and you end up staying awake for 24 hours, first of all, you don't do a very good job. You look like shit on camera. You make a lot of mistakes. And then because your immune system down, you get sick in the middle of the trip, and then you have to recover for a couple of weeks. No, thank you. So some trips that were around the world or another side of the world, and they didn't have a budget for a business class, I just say, that's not for me. Thank you, but I can't sleep in economy seat for 12 hours. I don't know, something's wrong with my head, with some my body, whatever. I just can't do it. I've tried it, and so I just say no. But nobody's demanding. By the way, they're not. If they don't have a budget, they don't have a budget. And also, so they're either flying everybody business class or nobody business class, and so there's no demanding. And don't forget, these are not vacations. That's another misconception that you have, Rick. They're definitely good times, but you work throughout. As a matter of fact, I've never worked harder and longer and was more physically exhausted from any type of work I've ever done in my life when I would be flown to those events. You work the entire freaking day for like 3 4 days, and it's a lot of it is physical, and you do it with some very little sleep because you jet lag, and then you come home and you have to work on whatever it is that you're working on, plus catching up, plus trying not to get sick, and then you get another jet lag. So this is not like vacation that you go, Rick, with I don't know, Hawaii or whatever, you lay on the beach. These are definitely very much work intense events. And here's the problem. I mean, look at Rick's comment right here, right? It's full of shit. It's just full of shit. I mean, he's essentially assuming so many things, that I'm demanding, that all of our business trips, that they're essentially taking money for positive reviews, that they're bribes, right? Like, imagine me suing Rick for this. I mean, he would probably have to sell his firstborn or whatever to pay me off because of how much of misinformation is here. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know what his sort of reasons behind this. Is he that uneducated? Um, does he just like to start shit? Like Warren, for example, a lot of people just like to start shit. But I know that if there was a little court, this man would be homeless, man, in the next 3 to 4 months, because almost everything that he said here, well, no, everything he said here is not true.